Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the third album by Lizzo called Special. So this album is actually really nice. I found her back in 2016 with her song Excuse Me, and then kind of followed her, went a little bit backwards and then a little bit forward, because around that, like a little bit later, like a couple years later, she released her, well, I should say, since 2016 on, she was releasing a lot of singles and singles and singles and singles that were building up to her second album, everybody else's first album towards her, which was "Cause I Love You," and that one was really good. There's a lot like starting off the album with "Cause I Love You" with the huge like big band sound, really kicked it off, and so many other songs came out of that album too. So going into this one, it felt like it's bringing on that or carrying on the message of self-love, self-worth, and kind of just self-expression. And so I feel like in this album, it definitely does that. It continues that, adds a little bit more. I want to say adds a little bit more sound to it that hasn't been done in the "Cause I Love You" album, which it seems to be her thing, where she likes to experiment with different sounds. They're pretty like close to each other, but not too far off. But I really like it. The only downside of thing that I don't care about some of her production in this album is that it comes off a bit generic. So Girls is I love the idea of the Beastie Boys Girls kind of being inside of it. But over time I was like, okay. That one, what was the other one I really did? Oh, I Love You Bitch, and that's pretty much it. Birthday Girl is one of them that I wanted to say is like that, but for some reason I do like it. I really like it, even though it's. I want to say it's the most one. It feels like the most generic song off the album, but enough about that. Talking about the good album or the good songs I really like. About that time, about damn time, took a minute for me to get into, but I felt like it grew on me and grew on me very, very heavily because after I started liking it, I really, really like it. So every time I hear it, I definitely don't skip it. To Be Loved, Am I Ready has to be my favorite song off the album. It is I remember during the time that this album was coming out, one of the things that she talked about was the idea for To Be Loved. She wanted a different sound. Everybody wants a little more lower bass and kind of like, or heavy bass with the whole like kind of chill hip hop kind of sound or in that kind of space, where she wants to give it more trappy direction. Well, she wanted to change up the beat and give you more kind of I'm so excited meets kind of Prince sound. And it's much more upbeat than usual, than a lot of songs you usually hear to this day. So I felt like that was a good effort and completely achieved that space that she was looking for. I love the key change in the end. It's complete, like, homage to that era, to that 80s kind of sound. I think she does a great job to it. Special is a really great song, just talking about telling yourself that you are special. Everybody's Gay is a great kind of disco sound that feels like a great celebration you would hear at the club. Naked is a very nice surprising song about like self-confidence and feeling sexy, and just I love that. I think that's a really great direction for her. Birthday Girl, love it. It's If You Love Me. I really like that one because it talks about the idea of just like loving somebody completely for everything they are. They're good, they're bad, they're ugly, all of it, you know? And I feel like that's what she's feeling like she wants this person to do. And then by the end of the album, Coldplay is when we talk where she actually has fell in love, and she's really happy to be with this guy. But it seems like the theme of this album that leads to Coldplay is kind of like, am I ready to be loved? Okay, well, let me check to see if I am loving myself, if I'm loving the people around me, if I'm feeling love towards me from other people as well, and all these things, and telling yourself in the mirror that you're, like, it's a lot of self-care to practice yourself into that space to where you, by the time you do get to somebody else, as she said with Naked, oh, no, either Naked or, no. with If You Love Me, where she's like, I really work really well when I'm loving myself when I'm single, but when I bring somebody else into the space, it's when I start questioning myself. And so I like this album kind of tells you from that, just like, remember to love yourself first and get all that shit in order before you fall in love with somebody else. That way you're stay centered with yourself and know your worth in that space. That way you're not really questioning yourself in the end. So I think that's a really great message. I completely hear loud and clear through this album. I give this album a 8 out of 10. There are some songs I just didn't really connect with, but all in all, decent album. Really like it. I'll take the songs I like and run away with it because I really like them. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. If you like this album, let me know. If you didn't like the album, let me know. If you have a favorite song, let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell to get more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.